Hey folks, hey Queen fans, just want to share a little trick I found to getting a Brian May sound out of my guitar and amp without spending hundreds, thousands to get there. I do have a Brian May guitar. I do have a couple tricks to getting a treble boost through the amp. I do have a Vox amp, but before I did, I found a little trick using a Kustom amplifier. It's a smaller amp, but you still have kind of that saturated tone. Never mind using the Digitech Brian May pedal, which I do have, and to some extent is useful, but I found a little trick that I was able to use to actually get a good sound. First thing you'll need is one of these. It's a Brian May signature. This is the actual one that Brian does manufacture. You can use a Burns copy, you can use an older one of these that probably doesn't have the Half Moon scratch plate there. I haven't used a Guild, so I can't help you there, but you really do need one of these. Never mind trying to use a Strat or something with a humbucker. It's a combination of everything. Brian's guitar, treble booster, and amp, it's a whole system. You need all three. Each one does a specific thing to get the overall tone, but sorry, you really do need one of these to get the actual, or to at least get close to the actual sound. If you can afford a Greg Fryer treble booster, which, depending on which one you have, if you do have it, they can range from having 35 or 36 decibels, I believe. I found something here in the US where I didn't have to go to Canada or the UK to get it. It's a Screaming Bird treble booster, which doesn't have the same output, but if you combine it with the full tone fat boost, you get a really good sound. So let me go ahead and just show you a couple of things that I found to actually get close, or get, I say pretty close to Brian's sound. So this is where my signal begins with the Screaming Bird treble booster. Treble's all the way up. This really doesn't even cost that much money. It's pretty decent, not that many features. It's just on and off switch and treble boost. That's pretty much it. Both of these combined with my Vox amp, which is right there, as you can see, does actually get a really good tone. Together, put them together, get a good sound. I have the treble all the way up, bass down. Custom amplifier. This one's only about, I think, 20 watts. It's a kla20r. It's been discontinued, but the smaller the amp, the better, I find. You really don't want a 65 watt or 100 watt amp to get Brian's sound. It'll just be too overboard. You want something small to get that, everyone calls it a creamy distortion, but to get that smooth, saturated sound that the Vox is famous for. This actually does get pretty close. So for this demo, I have treble and the middle EQ all the way up. I will have it on the overdrive channel. So the volume knob is back down to about 75%, which is what Brian does as well. If you put all the way up, you're going to come out with a really unpleasant, my opinion, very unpleasant tone. It's too harsh. Back down to 70% is a really good range, I think. But that's what it sounds like.